this is Washboard Jim, the singing day trader. There's always one thing I tell everybody in the room, that you can't trade. If you can't trade all day long, there's always a way you can find out trading. And this is one way that I tell people, if they have a full-time job or they can get home right about before the market closes, that they can play the after hours market. So I'm looking at Microsoft right now. And you notice it took a big dip, had a big knife here first thing right after hours. They come out with earnings. So I'm going to magnify this up. Now they could have got in on this knife at about $1.02. I would have probably priced it right after this first doji candle, this green doji candle. And I would have got in right there at the base of that. Let me magnify it up just a little bit more. And you can see that doji right there. And you see where that base of that candle is. It bounced right off that. So that was an indicator to get in. Now, they could have got in this stock and rode it from $1.02, maybe all the way up to right around here at a consolidation period of 105.19, or you could have held it, at least if you knew what the earnings were and the forecasts and anything like that. Well, here we are into the hour, about an hour, couple hours after close, and right there, look at that. We got a big bounce right here, and it ran up all the way to almost it did run up to $1.09. Now that's an even number, so I'm expecting a little pullback right here from $1.09, and I'd start drawing me some trend lines. But there's a trade, and the same thing happened last night with eBay. So there's always, not always, but in most cases, except on Friday, you could probably catch you a good little bounce play if you have a scanner available, if you know what the earnings are, keep track of the earnings. But here's another example, and I should have showed you eBay yesterday. See, eBay had the same kind of thing, majigger. Had a big knife. Here we go with eBay. We were talking about it after hours. It came down and it dipped all the way down to about here, to about 35, and then there you go. We open this up a little bit if I can see the magnify. I can't see it on a magnifying glass because we're a day late, but that's okay. And you could have got out and made you a couple dollars a share, which some of us in the room did. But today, surprisingly, after hours, it dipped on down. And then it dipped down more today. So I'm going to be watching eBay. I think we had a real good sell-off right here, 33.93. And let's look at a year's chart, see if we can find some supports. On a year's chart, look at this. We got the wick of the candle, which we take this bottom base right here on this one right here and draw a trend line right there on the bottom of that base. You're at 42.25, and look at here, 34.41, 34.25, 34.11, and it dipped on down to 33.93. So I think we've created a little support. Last time it dipped down here, look at the run we had. Then for some reason, must have been earnings or something. Yeah, see? Earnings were 59 cents a share. Took a big run up, then consolidated, pulled back. 53 cents, not bad. And here we are. I can't read the earnings on what happened last night, but I think they were down. But yet, it looks to me like it's way oversold. So we could be expecting a pretty good bounce off eBay. So add eBay to your watch list. Maybe you want to play calls or the options on it or whatever. But here in a 1 year, let's just pull up a 3-year real fast. Just see what a 3-year looks like. Say 3-year, you get a different picture. You get a totally different picture. You see how it bounced back here in 2015. I remember that time when the stock was dipping down, and I think that was maybe the Britex was having issues, and we had a good bounce on it, and then it's ran all the way up since Trump became president, because he's helped out a lot of businesses with his tax plan and made the market positive and the economy. So we had a pullback right here at support, and I'm going to draw just one more little, now that I see this big picture, 32.47, somewhere around there might be a low support on it. Or even if we touch down to this 200 SMA, that would be a good bounce play. So keep eBay on your watch list. Another one that we were watching today was PAVM. Put a 5-day on here, and today PVAM broke out from its last resistance at 146. I saw the weakness in the room, so I told everybody maybe take your profit or set your stops. We pulled back to the previous support that I had at $1.40, which I created, and you can tell right here where it had that little gap up, and then at the end of the day we touched right there at the 200 SMA. But we had the 50 touchdown and a cross on up, gave it a positive run. So that's PAVM. I want to keep that on watch. PAVM has a price target of $5 a share by Maxim Group. So it's been upgraded. And also, another good thing about PAVM is that it regains compliance with the NASDAQ. And that came out right on 7-9. So keep PAVM on your watch list. And we'll go to the other one that we were watching today. Now, this one is an oversold stock, pharmaceutical. AQXP. Now, AQXP, been watching for a little while now. In fact, I'll show you how long I've been watching it, ever since it had the big crash. The stock was up here around 1539, somewhere in that vicinity, the low 15s. And then one day it dipped all the way down here to this low support of about 226. And right now it's been consolidating in a channel. And then the last couple of, last 3 or 4 days, I've noticed we've had a little spring in action. Yesterday morning, after the great run to 304 from 251 as a 50-cent blend, it corrected itself down to 280. And then yesterday it kind of consolidated all day long with an ascending triangle going up. And then today it started out about the same way, but right when these two kissed, the 50-day and the 200-day kissed, and I saw this uplift, it looked to me like a buy possibility. And look what happened. We ran all the way straight up and just shot up to 334. And what gave this market the bull was that some company or someone, Eco R1 Capital, reports a new stake of 7.5% in this company. So I'm thinking that this stock is ready for the rebound. It still has a halfway decent pipeline. Just had a bad news that one day when it dipped. And I just now noticed that when we called this in the room, we've got a double top working on right now after hours. We broke out from that double top. We called the pullback in the room. One of the guys in the room, Mortal Kombat, called the 212. I called 213, so we were right on, deadlock. Bounced up to the 223 area, pulled back, bounced up, pulled back, and then you got a nice trajectory going up. And you see what I'm talking about, that wedge that's going up. So keep AQXP on watch. I think it's started its bullish run. This could be a stock that could be in play for quite a while. I mean, you could play the dips. I think it's going to have good bounces. And that would be AQXP. Next one on the list is one of my favorites this week, and that's MTSL. MTSL, I got in this run. It was the prettiest run I ever seen. Then right after hours, you have to, something like this, that's a train. Or that's a rocket ship is what that is. And then it dipped hard. People got out of it. People got panicked and got out. And I noticed that, especially when this 50-day started crashing down. So we had a consolidation period, had a little breakout. People thought they were going to get their money back because you can tell after hours it was headed up. But it dipped back down to that low support again, which is about $2. Then kind of hovered in that little channel between 2 to 230 all day long. pulled back at closing. Then the next day it had a big bounce, hit my resistance, 366, pulled back. And then right before close yesterday, I got in this at 225, and this was in my U-Stock trade account. So I couldn't trade it after hours or pre-market, so I went ahead and got out of it. I held a little position in my regular account, small position. And then when I woke up, I said, all right, man. So I got out of it right before market, and then we created a little channel. And this is how I'm playing my $1,000 challenge, is I'm playing a channel. And I figured out what the channel was right pretty much within a half hour after open. I noticed that 301 support hit that I had the previous day, which was a support, and bounced up, hit it a couple times, and then failed. But today the support ran a lot longer, and I was calling in the room around 308, right around this area, right around in here for a bounce play. And you can see it on the candle, and I'm going to magnify this up just a little bit. But you can see it right around that 308 was a good place to buy in. You hit it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know, in here you could have ran it up to that 50-day SMA. Pulled back again right there, 303, another entry. Could have ran it all the way up to about 334. Then you had the pullback. It kissed that 200, that 50-day SMA, and followed them all the way up into a ascending triangle on up. Then it consolidated, and I started noticing the weakness when that 50-day crossed over the 200. See, that's a big flag, big red flag. When you see this crossover right in here, let me see if I can find it. Right about there. When that happened and it didn't hold or didn't break back up, that was time to exit. Get out, start looking for other stuff, keep an eye on it. It had a knife, kind of slowed down a little bit, and then I always wait for that second knife to happen. And right there, see, 272, you could have ran that up to 287. Right there at the resistance level from this previous high. You see that right there? Pull on back to my low support again at 266, which I was using the previous day. This 266 was a great support area right in here. This line right here. So I want to tell everybody I got back in it right here before close and got out my challenge. Hit that 200 SMA. Right there. Sold it right before the market closed. I mean, it was a minute. Then it bounced up a little bit and it corrected back down, and here we are back at 309 again. So, and I've got a little bit of this in my major account. See right here on the tape, we got 309. So maybe we'll probably get another pullback. I don't have too much invested, but if it runs up again, I can sell it. Then I can play the same pattern that I played previously. But I just love the pre-market action today. I love how it followed and touched the 50-day SMA on a daily. And I want to keep MTSL on watch, and I've been alerting this pretty much. And then we had PED, and this is something that I noticed PED early out of the gate today. I've had it on watch all week. That we hit that support level that we hit previously pre-market. It ran up to about 260 from 240. Then when it touched that 240 again, there's an opportunity to get back in. If I remember right, I didn't play this today, or I might have played it once. But I noticed the weakness, the big spreads. You know, it wasn't holding a channel, and it wasn't hitting any of my support systems. And when that happens, I kind of get negative on it. But it did run with a golden cross today. This is what I call a golden cross. When the 50-day crosses over the 200, And then same action. When the 50-day crosses down over the 200, that's a selling point. That's where you want to get out. And you just want to go ahead and start looking for another trade. But then it touched up to that 50-day, 200-day, and then went back down and dipped below it. So it was really, it wasn't bullish, it was bearish, but yet it still had buyers coming back in. And I've noticed now at the end of the day, we've got this 50-day starting to look up. Now, if it can go up in the morning, we can cross over that 200-day. It might be a good buying opportunity. But that's PED, and I'm not as bullish on it as I am on MTSL. Then I'm going to show my final pick of the day, which was MEET. And I'm still, want to let everybody know, I'm still keeping an eye on Riot and all the Bitcoin plays after the Goldman Sachs news yesterday. Because they're going to be adding cryptocurrency plus Bitcoin to their portfolio. So this last one, what I'm going to pull out is an upgrade. Today it ran up on the upgrade. It has a price target to $6 from $3. So that's a 100% price target, which is good to me. It has a buy rating from a hold by Canaccord, whatever it is. But it did get an upgrade. And the price target on this MEET, M-E-E-T, is $6. I doubt if we ever see 6. But what we will see is maybe a pullback or a pullback or something. But then we did have the pullback after we had the breakout. We had a little gap right here. And anytime I see a gap like that, I consider we're going to have a pullback of some sort to support level. And in this channel right now, we got a support level of 441. And when I started noticing the crossover right here, that's time to get out. And you could have saved you some money. Called the support at 441 in the room. I said, I was telling people they thought it was going to go to 5, and I said, no, it's not going to go to 5 today. It's going to pull back. So you're going to have, I'm going to draw me a little trend line. This is how I draw trend lines. See this little gap right in here. I see a consolidation right in here. Then I see this flat line here. I see it touched up one time and didn't hit it. So that's where I'm going to put my little target, little support level. I got to change drawings. That's why it's not working. So I'll do that real fast. That 450, 459 will be resistance. So tomorrow I want to see the 50-day SMA cross over the 200. And when I do that, that'll be an entry point. And I'll try to run it up to at least 460 from 440. So that would be MEET. It has an upgrade and a price target to $6. Now I want to wish everybody out there a good day. Follow me here. I got 2 links on the YouTube channel. One will take you straight to my StockTwits account, and the other one will take you straight to my Twitter account. And if you're going into, and if you're signed up on StockTwits, which I promote, I've got a little link there where you can go to our chat room and you can get 2 weeks free. And this is 2 weeks free in the room that me and Vegas run. We operate it. We're not the owners of the room, but we also have other traders in there that get on voice. You can get our play-by-play plays of the day. And so you're welcome to come join the room for 2 free weeks. We charge a low price. It's a very clean cut room. We're trying to keep it simple. We're trying to keep it fresh. And we have a scanner in there that we run and talk about. And we run on, so I just want to say, everybody have a great day. Follow me. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and you'll get more previews, and you'll also get some of my trading strategy videos that I'll do about once a week if I have time to do that. So I wish everybody a great day. Hallelujah.